Hello and welcome to a Nintendo News Network editorial. With the Champions Ballad finally released, we can now conclude that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is done. There's no more updates according to Enuma. It has been a long journey for the game, and even if you're not a fan of the DLC provided, most people can still praise the game. Plus, Link on a motorcycle is pretty awesome. Now just throw in a card game while driving the motorcycle, and I think we got an anime in our hands. But we are now all left thinking, what is next for the Zelda franchise? It is something we all wonder after defeating Ganon in each game. What sort of path will Nintendo take for the next game? Will we be stuck in development hell for years and years? Well, today I'm going to go over my thoughts on what Zelda can do next. And mild spoilers ahead, as I will be talking about the main story and DLC of Breath of the Wild a bit. So you have been warned. First off, the simple solution would actually be more DLC, even though Enuma said they were done. This can make Breath of the Wild just a platform, expand the world and the characters we know and love. I put this idea first because it's not something I'd really like to see, truth be told. It is a possibility for them to make it worthwhile, but I know people that'd be wary about it, after some of the mixed reactions from the Champions Ballad. Another idea would be to make a new game, but have it take place in one of two directions of the main story of Breath of the Wild. Either have it take place 100 years ago, right before Calamity Ganon strikes, and get more backstory from the Champion of Zelda. I seriously did love the cutscenes in the new DLC, I just wanted more. This is what some people thought the DLC was going to be, running around and learning more about the champions. Not just learning Daruk was scared of dogs, although it was a good scene. Perhaps even parts where you play as the champions. The other option would be a direct sequel to the events of Breath of the Wild, where Link and Zelda have to start to rebuild Hyrule, and maybe even need to find new champions for the races. Also, have some remnants of Ganon's army try to revive him. Imagine if we had Aghanim or Vati leading a charge to bring back the evil beast. It'd be pretty cool. Even the end being Ganon's spirit possesses one of them, and he becomes Ganondorf, something we haven't seen since Twilight Princess. The more I talk about it, the more I really want this one in particular. The next option would be to go the Majoras Mask route. Not have it be Majoras, but use the same assets that they've spent years making to create a new game. Majoras was a sequel to Ocarina of Time, but still stood on its own, so doing the same here would work well. It would allow the team to experiment a bit, just like in Majora's Mask. And so far, when the Zelda team experiments, the results have been pretty good. My last thoughts were to have a brand new game, assets, and new story. Think Wind Waker to Twilight Princess. Twilight was originally meant as a GameCube game, but as it got pushed back, it became a Wii and GameCube game. Since it was released as a launch title, just like Breath of the Wild, towards the end of the Wii's life, we did get Skyward Sword. So it is plausible to have another main series Zelda on the Switch. And with how successful the console has been, I see it having a very long lifespan. Here's where trying to predict stuff is tricky, but seeing a system like in A Link Between Worlds, where you could access all the weapons early and you choose the dungeon order, but on a 3D Zelda scale, could be interesting. It will go along with the freedom that we got used to in Breath of the Wild. So, those are my thoughts on what the next Zelda game could be. We are a long way off from knowing anything, of course. All we know is that there will be one, of course. This has been a Nintendo News Network editorial. Those are my thoughts, but I want to hear from you. What would you like to see in the next chapter in the Zelda series? Comment on this in our Facebook page. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Have a great day.